Hey, Chef Billy Parisi here with Heinen's Grocery Stores, and get outside and fire up those grills because I'm going to show you how to make perfect, delicious burgers every single time. Now, when it comes to making any burger, it all obviously starts with the meat. Me personally, I like a ratio of 80% lean to 20% fat. You may like 85 to 15 or even 90-10. Remember a few things. The higher the fat content, the more flavorful it becomes, but also the more of that cooks out, making your burger shrink up a little bit. So you have to take all of these things in mind before you cook anything. So to start, I've got some 80-20 ground beef that I'm going to make into a patty. Now I like to do in between 4 to 6 ounce patties because I don't want a big 10-ounce burger. If you do, totally fine. The trick is though, you want them to be flat. Is anything worse than having a big bun and like a meatball in the center because it puffs up so bad? I'm gonna show you a few tricks. First, make sure the burger is really, really flat. Don't worry, it's gonna puff up. It's also gonna shrink in a little bit, but it's going to cover that bun. The next trick is take your thumb and press down in the center. Make it look like a little valley in the middle of that burger. Now what we're gonna do is season it up with salt and pepper just on one side, and we're going right outside to a hot grill. And that's another tip. You want your grill to be in between 450 and 550 degrees. We're not slow cooking these burgers. We want a nice char on them, and we want them to be cooked to the desired temperature internally. As soon as you lay those burgers down, we're next gonna take an ice cube and put it right in the center where we made that indent. That is gonna help to make sure the burgers remain moist, remain tender, because as it's losing fat, that water in the top is gonna help rehydrate that burger. I like to cook these for maybe 4 minutes per side. Close the door each time you give it a flip, just to get all those wonderful smoky flavors into your burger. And then boom, beautiful, delicious, charred burgers every single time that lay flat, that cover your bun, and that are still incredibly moist and delicious. And now let me say this, I'd be remiss if I didn't show you another way to cook burgers. Maybe it's raining outside, you can't get outside to that grill. They cook awesomely when cooked in a cast iron skillet or even a flat top grill if you have that. The trick is to make sure these burgers are even flatter than the last ones because they're really going to lose some moisture and they're gonna shrink up. We wanna make sure they cover the bun. So head over to a cast iron skillet over medium heat. We're gonna add in just a little bit of oil. Next, place those burgers in there and they maybe, and I mean maybe, cook for 2 to 2.5 minutes per side because they are so thin. The goal here is to get a nice browned sear on the outside. Make sure it's cooked to your desired internal temperature in the middle. Then, we're done with these as well. Let's plate these up, and here is how I do it. A toasted bun on bottom. Next, I add on some lettuce, some sliced tomato, some onion, of course, sliced pickle. And let me stop and say this before I add on the burger. The reason all that stuff is on the bottom and underneath the burger is because it's protecting that toasted bun. Remember, your burger is juicy and tender and it's gonna drip a little bit. No one wants a soggy bun. The lettuce and all those veggies are gonna be there to help protect it. So now add on your burger, your favorite cheese, top bun, finished. Absolutely amazing. These two ways are fantastic for making a burger. If it's hot outside and that grill is calling your name, fire it up. If it's rainy, a little bit dreary, or even in the wintertime, get that cast iron skillet going and you will make beautiful burgers every single time. I've got a lot of stuff to eat. See you next time.